Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Stice. Thank you for everybody who attended the Google Hangouts this last week. I know some of you were unable to attend, and so I'm making this screencast to give you a little orientation of the course and to tell you some things that you should make note of. So this is the homepage of our course, and we're in Writing 213, which is writing about the sciences, and it's one of the second semester options in the UAF writing series. Our focus for this class is inquiry into food and social justice. And you should think about that as like an umbrella topic that we will use to filter through to study the writing that we need to study. So for this course, again, our umbrella topic is food and social justice. And all of you will pick a subtopic that interests you, and that will be the topic that you focus on for the rest of the semester. And all of your major writing assignments will be connected with it. For example, you might be interested in studying factory farms, or urban farming, or fake meat, as in like meat that's bioengineered in a lab. You might be interested in looking at global warming or some other environmental thing that's connected with the food that we eat. You might look at food stamps or access to food. You might look at food deserts. There are a plethora of topics that fall under this heading. And for our first major writing assignment, I'm asking you to give me a research proposal. And in that research proposal, you'll be stating which topic you're interested in researching. You'll also do some initial research to set the groundwork for what you intend to study. So if you look over here on the left-hand side, you'll see a couple of menus. The first menu in the far left has a variety of tabs, but the two that will be the most useful to you are the calendar and the inbox. The calendar has all of our assignments laid out for the entire semester, and it's in that calendar format, which for people who are especially good with visual learning, that will be really useful for you to plan your semester. And then the inbox will be the place where you will get messages in Canvas, and it's also a place where you can send messages to me or to anyone else in our course. And this is definitely the best way to get a hold of me. If you don't use the Canvas system, I ask that you only use your University of Alaska email address, because starting today, I'm not going to be responding to any other email addresses. And the reason for this is because I'm responsible for protecting your privacy as a student, and I can't guarantee that you are a student from University of Alaska if you're emailing me from your regular Yahoo or Gmail or Hotmail account. The next place to look here is the other bar over, and so we have the syllabus, and that just has the basic information about the class. And the next most valuable tab here is the modules tab. And you should also make note that all of your grades will be stored in Canvas as well. We won't be using Blackboard at all for the rest of the semester. So if we go into modules, you'll see that and if you scroll through here, it goes from week 1 all the way to week 12, and that's 12 is how many weeks we have in the semester, and I've completely filled it out. So every week we'll have a page with some kind of introduction. So this will open up in just a minute. And in that introductory statement, oh, shoot. Okay. There we go. In that introductory statement, you'll have some overview of possibly the theme for that week and also whatever assignments we're planning to cover. Under that, you'll have estimated time to complete. And you're not going to be penalized for this in any way. This is just my guess for how long it will take you to complete the assignments. Under that, you'll have a list of readings. And under that, the videos that I'd like you to watch for this week. So if we go back and look back at that week 2, for example, which is the week that we're in now, you'll see under the introductory week, introductory statement, you'll see a couple of pages of, which is basically like lecture notes or instruction that we would cover in class normally. And then under that, you'll see the writing assignment. And we only have one writing assignment that's due for this week. And you should note that all of the writing assignments are due by 11:58 p.m. Alaska time. So for these short writing assignments, I'm looking for you to write at least 2 full paragraphs and to respond to the post of at least 2 of your classmates. And to submit these posts, you just click here where it says reply and type in the box right there. And when I do the grading for these assignments, Canvas will pull up the initial post that you did and all of the responses you did, and I take those into consideration when I do the grading. Okay, so if we go back to the modules page, we're going to scroll down here and just take a look at some of the other assignments. So we have 4 major writing assignments this semester. The first one is that research proposal I mentioned earlier. And then the second one, let's go down, is a documentary film review, which will give you a historical perspective on your topic. The third one is a community observation. Now that one's going to be pretty time intensive, so you need to look ahead on that assignment and figure out what I'm asking you to do. For this community observation, you'll be conducting a social science type of observation and then taking copious notes about what you're observing, and then you'll be coding those notes. And don't worry if you don't understand what that word coding means right now. We'll go over it later in the semester. And then the last assignment for the class will be for you to create a PSA. And the PSA will be a video that will be posted online, and there's a variety of software options for that. And it does need to have an audio and a visual component to it. So this is also a good thing for you to look ahead at, especially if you're not totally comfortable with working with online platforms or presentation softwares. I've given you a list of possible options that you might use for that presentation. But if there's another program that you'd rather use, you can send me an email and we can talk about that. The next thing to note is that for each of these major assignments, you're going to be required to do a peer review. So let's look, for example, at the first peer review for our research proposal. And the peer review is really a two-step assignment. When the prompt pulls up, you'll see that there's a space for writers and a space for reviewers. You are both a writer and a reviewer. So everybody in the class will submit a draft of this assignment. So, and the assignment would be for the research proposal. And in that draft, I'm asking you to do the 3 things that I've listed here under where it says writers. So you'll submit that draft to Canvas, and then the website will automatically send out your draft to other people in the class, and in return you will get the drafts of 2 other people in the class to review. And then you do the second part of this assignment, which would be the reviewing. And I'm asking you to look at your classmates' work and look for these things that I've listed under this section here, and then give them some constructive criticism. And that means that you certainly give them some praise, but that you also give them some feedback about things about changes they could make. And then under this, you'll see assignment overview. And this will be the same for all of the peer reviews for each of the assignments. This is basically just to remind you of what the goals of the final assignment are. Okay, and then the last thing to make note of is that for each of these major writing assignments, you'll be required to do a visit to the Writing Center. And the Writing Center is located in Fairbanks. It's at UAF. There's also one at CTC, which is downtown. If you are not located in Fairbanks, don't worry, you can do a UAF phone tutorial. And the way the phone tutorial works is you call up and make your appointment, and then you'll email in your paper, and they'll call you at the appointment time and go over it with you. And to submit this assignment, you just need to copy this information here that's at the bottom of the page, and you'll upload that using a Google Doc or a Microsoft Word doc, making sure you answer those questions. Thank you.